This goes out to the hip-hop industry. It also goes out to my disabled hip-hop artists from Rob, The Noise Tempo, Keith Jones, Tony Touch, and me, the Black Cripple, Aisha Knight. This goes out to you. It's called Crip Hip Hop. Living and rolling to the mic, slurring our lyrics. The concert hall goes silent.
Okay. Hi, you're watching SCI News and Views with Santina Muha. I'm here today in Inglewood, California, all the way on the West Coast with DJ Quad. How's it going?
Oh, it's going pretty good. How you doing?
Good. We're here in his studio. It's very cool in here. Very cool.
Design. He's like, what's that? I go, the blueprints to my studio. Where's it going to be? In the garage.
Yeah.
They're like, what? And I was like, it's going to work. It's going to work. So, but yeah, I mean, it took a little while for us, and you know, it's like we were doing shows, and you know, so every time I get show money, like invest it back in here, invest it back in here.
So, tell me a little bit about yourself. Well, how were you injured?
It was actually a diving accident at the beach.
Oh.
Yeah, I jumped into a sandbar.
At the beach?
Yeah.
Which beach?
Venice Beach.
Okay. How long ago?
In 1984 in July.
1984.
Yeah, 23 years this year.
Wow. You don't hear too many diving at the beach accidents.
They said it was a freak accident.
Yeah.
So I actually jumped into a sandbar.
So, would you say it was meant to be then? I mean, do you believe in that kind of stuff?
Now, yeah.
Now?
Before I was just mad at the world, like, you know, wondering why, asking why.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and never had no answers. I always asked and was just angry at everybody. But years down the line, you know, I mean, you got to accept what you're given.
Yeah.
And I accepted it, and I moved on, and I just do the best I can now.
So what kind of stuff were you doing before the accident?
Running the streets.
Oh, yeah?
Running the streets, hanging around the wrong crowd.
So you think that this really kind of took your life into a positive direction?
It actually did, yeah. Actually, I could say it saved me.
Yeah. So because right after his injury, you started to do some DJing and music production and things like that, correct?
Yeah. I mean, at first, I tried to go back to my normal ways.
Oh, really?
I tried to go back to the streets and to my friends, and a few things happened, and I figured this is not for me. It's not for me, you know, and then a couple things happened. I was like, you know what, I just got to separate myself from these people, you know. They're still my friends.
Yeah.
I'll have love for them always, forever, but I just can't be a part of that no more. And then, you know, I found some friends that were in school that were into DJing. And music, I always loved music ever since I was little, so started hanging around them more. Going to house parties with them, and, you know, I seen the DJs attracted all the girls, so I was like, I got to be with those guys.
So tell me about this 5th Battalion Entertainment. How'd that come about?
Well, 5th Battalion Entertainment basically started back with me, like I said, when I was DJing. Started messing around with some music. As a friend of mine, we're just like, you know, rapping over some beats. And I decided one day to basically come up with my own production. I wanted to start producing my own music. I had a lot of ideas. And my mother had a friend of hers that her husband, ex-husband, was in a band. And he knew about music, so I said, that's the man to go to. So he came in, brought all of his equipment over, and I just shot him ideas, and he was like, whoa, slow down, dude. You need to slow down. You're doing too much, one thing at a time. So he basically showed me structure.
Yeah. How old were you at that point?
It was 15 years ago, so 24.
Okay.
24. Yeah. And through him, through his help and his guidance, it kind of got me on my way. And then I started learning more and more and more. And every time he came, he was like, "Whoa, guy, you're learning some stuff. You really got it in you to do this." So then from there, I just took it up on my own, started buying some equipment, you know, and then started doing more and more stuff on my own.
So where did this name come from, the 5th Battalion?
5th Battalion basically came up with myself and my partner. We were just sitting around and wondering, like, what can we come up with us? You know, and there was a lot of us at the time that were, you know, trying to form a group, or a lot of different groups trying to form together. And we were doing shows, promoting shows for other groups. And we never had our own identity. And we said, you know what, well, let's get our stuff out there as well, let's come up with a name. And we wanted to basically come up with something that would represent us. And we come up like, okay, kind of feeling out with things, like we want to be something strong and show, everybody about us. And so it was like, like we're just like, he's ended like clenching his hand, like, come on, we got to represent strength. And it's like, that's how, like, basically the 5, that's where the 5 comes from. 5 is basically your clenched fist. Your hand clenched in a fist.
Okay.
Your 5 fingers clenched down represents the 5. It represents strength.
Got it.
And battalion is just the masses of us that are fighting in the struggle as a unit. So together, you put it together as a strong unit.
So you have your first album dropping soon, and it's called Bringing the Heat.
Yeah.
And this is your first solo project.
That's my first solo project.
So tell me about it. How'd that go?
That right there, it was in the making for a minute. Everybody's always telling me, when are you gonna do your own stuff? You're producing for everybody else. It was like, I worked on many other people's albums and songs, and I kind of told myself too, like, I want to get my own project done. And my motivation basically came behind one of my friends, Steve Rivera. He passed away, and by him passing away, it took a lot out of us. It basically almost like flattened us for a while. A year went by that we weren't really doing anything, and I came back in here and I finally felt him, and it's like, to me, it got into me where, like, I need to do something for us, not just for us, but for him, to keep him alive. And by him basically being in me, it motivated me to do my project. And we're always talking about, man, we're bringing out heaters, dude. We got to bring out heat all the time. And it just stuck to me by him saying that. Just like all of us, man, when's the next heater coming out? I said, okay, DJ Quad, bringing the heat.
Oh, that's nice.
And that's kind of how I figured, like, through my lyrics and through my production, it's just fire. I want to be unstoppable. You can see in the background, I'm burning up the city of LA.
Tell me about some of these songs on here. What's your favorite track?
I kind of like all of them. I mean, they're all different.
Yeah.
They're all different.
That's cool.
You got some in there, maybe little for the girls. A couple of them are little dancey.
Oh, good.
That's
cool.
For, for the grimy little hip hop guys, the little hardcore little hip hop guys that, don't like to dance. They just sit there and like, yeah, whatever, dude.
Like a cameraman.
They just don't really want to dance. And there's some out there like, it's a little mixture of everything, It's the West Coast.
You were telling me you have a song on here that kind of is almost like an autobiography of your life.
Yeah, it's there's a song. It's actually brand new. It's not on this album. It's coming on my second album.
Oh, okay.
And that second album, haven't thought of a title yet, but it's going to be based on my life.
Oh,
this is just basically, it's getting a lot of stuff out of my system.
Okay.
So I'm coming with a lot of rah, And my second album, which I'm working on, like I said, it's untitled that right now, but it's going to be based upon my life. And it has to do with, like, me, my accident, the day of my accident, and that's what that song was. It's called Tell Me Why. And my thing is, like, I want to know why, because I have a question. Will it be answered, and has it been answered? It breaks down from the day of my accident, what happened that day, the time, the time that I hit the ocean. It breaks it down into details. People that hear it, listen to it, go, wow, dude, this is like, if I can make a video, it'll be, like a little mini movie. To the T. I mean, when I wrote it, I was visualizing it, basically step by step.
Wow.
And I ask on one of the verses, like, I look up to God and ask, is this my destiny? Is it because I was bad, or was it just meant to be? I kind of wonder, did this happen to me because I was bad? And later on in the song, it's like, like many bad things could have happened to me by me running in the streets.
Yeah.
And hanging around with the wrong people. And then it's like, I could have been taken at any time.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had a couple close calls after I got hurt, and, like, doctors said maybe I wouldn't have made it. You know, I mean, I got stuck with double pneumonia, and they had me on a respirator, and they didn't think I was even going to survive that, but I did. A couple of things that they put in front of me, and they didn't think I was going to come back from it, but I did. So I fought through it. So I look on that one song, was like, I say, you know, I thank God He did not take me. I finally figured out this is my destiny. So this is what I'm here to do.